that's a Tennessee Titans game for y'all. Anxiety, depression, frustration, all within 2 hours.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? Woo, man, what a doozy we had yesterday. As yesterday is one of the weirdest Tennessee Titans game, goes into the history books. But obviously, if you're a Tennessee Titans fan, you've been with the team for a very long time, you know, rooting for them. This is not the first type of weird game we've had. But again, it's been a while since we had one of these. I mean, just chaotic. Obviously, breaking news: we fired our special teams coach, which I'm not even gonna say his name because it should have been done a long time ago. But unfortunately, things like this happen, right? You knock out our best player of the game, you know, our punter. You knock him out after 2 consecutive block punts. Second one destroyed him. And then you got to make a move. So, very surprised too, because Mike Rabel doesn't like to fire people midseason. That's a lie. Boom, he's gone. Congrats on Mike Rabel knowing what needs to be done, especially for this team. It kind of gives out everyone just to be like, hey, on the lookout, you know, just because I didn't do it last year with, you know, Todd Downing doesn't mean I'm not going to do it this year. So, yeah, so our special teams coordinator is gone. We'll talk about the game, guys. We'll talk a little. There's not too much positive to talk about this game, okay? It's a lot of negative, not much positive, but we're going to try to mix it up here, okay? Try to keep it entertaining, okay? It's been a long season, right? And a lot of people are negative, and a lot of people are bashing each other on social media. And I get it. I get it. You're frustrated with the team. You're frustrated with the coaching staff, with the players. I get it. Okay. But you know what? I'm going to stick with the team regardless of what's happened. You know, it could be in shambles. I'm still going to be rooting for the Tennessee Titans. This wall behind me, all these helmets and stuff, it's not going down anytime soon just because the team's doing bad, okay? It is what it is, okay? We're just going to have to stick through. I've been through some dark times with the Tennessee Titans. Let me tell you, we've been through some darker times, okay? I mean, if you just got on with this team and you're just a fan and you started watching them when we started doing good, guess what, guys? There's some dark days ahead of us, okay? Well, behind us. Hopefully, it'll be clearer. But it's been not as bad as before. So, yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Trust me, it's nice when we start getting those wins. But guess what? You got to stick with it, even through the dark times. You got to, you know, you got to put your jacket on and go through you got to go through the rain, okay? You got to, okay? But let's talk a little bit about this game. Wasn't the prettiest game, but it gave you some hope. That's what the Tennessee Titans do. They give you some hope when you think that all hope is lost. To be honest with you, at one point of the game, I was like, you know what? If we lose, what do you expect? And then, you know, they start coming back. They start scoring. They tie it up. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose. I want to win this game. It's against a division rival, and I don't want to get swept by the Colts. Nobody wants to get swept by your division team. Well, you know what? Titans heard that and said, just kidding. We're going to lose. And they went into overtime and lost the game. But let's try to to look at the stats, and let's try to go over the game and see what's good, what's bad, and what's really, really ugly. Okay, we have Will Levis was 16 for 33, 224 yards, 1 touchdown. If I read you the stats for the offensive stats, you would think we'd win the game, okay? Because you have Derrick Henry right here. My man is injured as the top of the bottom of the cardboard doesn't want to stand up. He keeps falling, and so this is rough for Derrick Henry as well. But, I mean, he had 21 carries. He broke the 100 yards, 102 yards with 2 touchdowns. You read that, and you're like, oh, that's once he goes over 100 yards, King Henry, that's a touch. That's a win, right? Nope. Hopkins, 5 receptions, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, on the other side of the ball, man, defense was shaky. Offensive line had its moments. But at the end of the day, we couldn't get it done. A lot of people are blaming the coaching staff, which, you know what? I couldn't disagree with you guys. I agree with most of the people. I think the coaching staff has to be put accountable, like accountability, right? That's what Mike Rabel likes to say. Yeah, this wasn't a pretty game. Okay, guys? Three starting players are out. Okay? Got hurt. Stonehouse, like I said, got obliterated. Okay? Jeff Simmons, knee injury. They went on, talked a little bit. Mike Rabel went on earlier today, said that he's going to be out for several weeks, but it's not out for the season, which is, a positive, right? Big Jeff is a big presence in that defense, and we need him. So, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery, and hopefully we see him in a couple weeks. Bad thing is, we play Miami Monday night, and that's going to be a train wreck. Obviously, Jeff Simmons is not going to play that, unfortunately. We got King Henry, who got popped good. He got popped good. It should have been a penalty. That's one thing I would criticize with the officiating, is that they missed that blatant helmet-to-helmet collision. But, he got popped good, was shaky, and he got out of the game, and they took him out of the game. But the good thing is Mike Rabel said that he is not in concussion protocol, because everyone thought he had a concussion, and everyone thought that's because he wasn't going to be playing the Monday night game if he was in concussion protocol. But as of right now, they say that he is not in concussion protocol. He was practicing today a little bit, but so we might have a chance to see. I don't see us not having King Henry in that Monday night game, but it was ugly, guys. The game was ugly. Who's to blame, right? Who's to blame? And people are wanting, Mike Rabel's head. People are wanting the offensive lines coach, which is, it's reasonable. They want Tim Kelly. They want the defensive coordinator. There's a lot to go. There's a lot to blame. There's a lot of people to blame. Same thing with players, execution-wise. It's not only the coaching, but it's also the players. Forgot to say, Christian Fulton is also with a hamstring. He might be out. It's just a good day. It is what it is, guys. At this point of the season, we're 4-8, right? 4-8. What do you expect? What do you want the Titans to do? A lot of people are already looking towards the draft, which I'm sort of kind of leading on it. Unfortunately, I don't like to have that mindset. I don't want to be like, well, I want to lose out, but looking at the season, looking at the rest of the opponents we have, it is what it is. They're not going to say we're going to be tanking. And I don't think they're going to be tanking. It's a football team, that people want to keep their jobs. They're not going to just show up and lose every game. They're going to try. And what I could say is that I just want it to be competitive. As long as we're not getting murked and getting blown out, if we're at least being competitive, if we're showing, like I said, progression. Like I said, there's times in the game where Will Levis, where he, where he took off and dove and did like a 360 spin in the air and got the first down. Like that. Like you see stuff like that and you're like, okay, there's something in him. Look, you see that ability. You see how he wants to compete and get that first down and show willingness, As for me, that's a positive. You don't want to see him flying in the air like that again, but at the same time, you're like, okay, this kid's got some heart. This kid has some grit to him. He wants to compete. He wants to show out. So I like that. I see, you see the emotion on him after he got flown in the air. He was, he put the first down and got right back up and was like ready to go. You want to see that emotion with your quarterback. Same thing with him and D-Hop when they got in a little argument or whatever. You want to see that. It's not everyone's like, oh my God, they're mad and he's yelling at him. No, they're communicating to whatever the hell they were talking about, whether it was, they misunderstood each other or whatever, but at least you have that and you see that passion in him. He doesn't care. Because if he didn't care about what happened with the play, he would have just, blown D-Hop off, or same thing, vice versa for D-Hop. But the fact that they went to each other and they were arguing and trying to talk to each other, that's cool. You want to see that. You want to see that with your franchise QB, right? That's what you want to see. So there's plays like that you see that you're like, okay, that's what you want to see. I want to see progression. Same thing with him being alert about, the the interception, tackle, fumble, return, recovery. So again, great awareness by Will Levis. Loved it. It's almost like a basketball play. It's almost like when a player shoots, everyone, that's like the number one thing coaches talked about, kids playing basketball. A lot of kids don't do is follow through on their shot. I was the same way. You shoot the ball and you just don't go for the rebound. You automatically think the ball's going to go in or you're too lazy to go in. No, follow through your shot and follow to the basket. And it's almost the same thing, which is weird, same thing that Will Levis did. I mean, he threw the ball. I have a feeling he realized it was going to be intercepted and was on the hunt for this guy, tackled him, and forced a fumble and then recovered the ball. So, again, a weird play, almost like the Marcus Mariota throw the ball to himself, catch, touchdown play in Kansas City. So, again, but it shows great awareness, and his grit to go and attack the ball and then get the ball back. So good job for Will Levis. I like to see that from a young quarterback. I like to see, that throughout the games. I want to see more and more, positive. I mean, again, the O-line sucks. Yes, I understand that. And there's only so much he can do. But, with time and snaps and snaps, hopefully he gets a little bit more comfortable and he'll start, it's all about reps right now, And hopefully next year we got good, hopefully we get good draft picks. We got cap money. Let Rand work with what he's got. He'll be a little bit more comfortable. Again, he helped build the 49ers the way they are, as in player-wise and stuff like that. I want to see Rand. Let's see what he has, Let's see. Give him some time. And we'll see where we're at. And again, instant gratification is something that the Tennessee Titan fans, unfortunately, love to have. They want to have it automatically, and not only Tennessee Titans fans, just I think human beings in general. Okay, we forgot the thing. You might have to wait a while. Sometimes things just don't bloom just like quickly. Sometimes you can't just grab a player and him be automatically a superstar. Sometimes it takes some years. Sometimes, okay, not Malik years, because if Malik years, we'll be here for another 100 years waiting for a QB. But with time, I think if you give Willis a decent enough offensive line, if you give him some more weapons to work with wide receiver, I think I think we could have something. I really do. I think it could be really, really positive. Look at he is struggling, obviously. He's a rookie. Will Levis struggling right now. But even though he's still struggling, he's still making time, staying in the pocket, and making some good throws. So imagine him getting actually a clean pocket to throw at. You never know. That's the only thing I'm saying. Just give him a chance. Let's give Rand a chance, and we'll see what happens after that. I know there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there. There's a lot of people upset. This, that, the Titans this, the Titans that, coaching this, that. But what are you going to do, guys? Guess what? Next Monday, when we play the Dolphins, I'm going to be watching the game, losing sleep because I have to work the next day. But guess what? I'll be watching because guess what? I love the Titans. And that's it. That's my curse. I love the Titans that much. So it is what it is. The real ones, the real fans are going to stick and support this team regardless. That's what it is. That's how it's always going to be. The real ones have been through the dark days and know what it's like to be a Titans fan. The 2 and 14 years, right? Trust me. I know, but don't worry about it. Guys, I love you guys so much. Stay strong, Titan Nation. Stay strong, okay? Keep your chin up, okay? And tighten up.